we didn't really live in the Morung time. By the time we grew up, Morungs were no more in existence. But of course, the church has taken over the space for the Morung, and that's where we learn. But going to village sometimes, sitting with elders, our people, maybe particularly the Lothas, our people had very high value of the hornbill. We had considered it to be a very majestic bird. And the values that we derive from the hornbills were like valor, beauty, youthfulness, and we are aware. But the hornbill is not just a bird. When we go to our indigenous roots, our ancestors, because our ancestors also must derive the values basing on something. So I found out that the hornbill was the one, the majestic bird from where we derive the value of valor, beauty, youthfulness, and even free spirit. And some of them even say that maybe the Naga spirit of freedom is also derived from the hornbill, because the hornbill can fly to whichever direction it wants to go. And the hornbill can adapt to any kind of environment. It lives in harmony with the nature. And it can defend itself, it can fend itself, it can protect itself, and it can also, if it so happens, it can also be offensive for survival. So we can see that, okay, we thought the hornbill is just a bird, but you see how our Naga values have been derived even from a bird like a hornbill. The next one, the mithun is also the animal from where we have derived, or at least our ancestors have derived the value of strength and power, and yet peaceful and steady. Maybe even agility also, because if you have seen a mithun, how agile it can be. So I think this is the kind of values that we have, cultural values that we have derived from the animals or the birds that we live with. And if you look at our own roots, we live as a people, we live in harmony with nature.
I want to start with your topic, journey to the roots of culture. Culture, today, in today's present situation, every tribe, every organization is very fond of our traditional attire. Culture and traditions is not only our traditional attire or our folk song, but we must know the meaning of what is our culture. Today I see a good number of you in your best dress and in your best tribe attires. I doubt how many of you really know the meaning of what you are wearing. Maybe it's just because you buy from the market and you know that it belongs to your tribe. But you have never go back to your home, ask your parents, what is the meaning of this dress or this necklace, whether I can put it on, am I fit to put on this? Maybe you have forgotten that, to ask your parents, your elders. So, as a family and as mothers, I just want to deal a few points on this. Just putting our traditional attire, our necklaces, or sing a folk song is not, I repeat, it's not our culture and our traditions. We must know the meaning of it, and to know that you will not learn from your school, your college, you have to learn it from home. Because all of us, every individuals, we come from home, isn't it? We come from home, where our parents are our first educators. So don't forget that. there are certain dresses and necklaces or earrings which is not being used by the common people. Only when you are able to achieve something, you can put on that very dress, that very necklace, that very earrings. And therefore, it's very important that you know the meaning of what you are putting on. Another important points that I want to stress on is language. Language. All of us, you all are educated, and all of us as your resource persons also, we consider ourselves that we are leaders, we are able to exhort you. But going back to our language, our mother tongue, because all of us, we belong to a family, to a particular village, to a particular tribe. And we tend to forget our own language. Because we don't speak that language in the house where we live. We are trying to speak on English, that is also half. Then another dilution is the Nagamese. And therefore, we are forgetting our mother tongue, our real identity of our culture, our identity and our tradition, that is our language.
The topic of the today meeting is promoting cultural exchange journey to the roots of the culture. I appreciate all the participants who come from various places to attend this program. We thank our foundation also for organizing this program. Our gathering here is not only an event, it is a celebration of rich cultural, as our mother was saying, diversity and heritage. And the potential it holds to shape a brighter, inclusive and most sustainable future for all of us, which ultimately contributes to the sustainable development goals. Some of the key sustainable goals aligned through promoting cultural activities are: it can foster wisdom and knowledge sharing, enabling broader perspective and profound understanding of different languages, cultures and traditions. SDG number 4, it says quality education. And the SDG number 1, it says no poverty. And the SDG 8, decent work and economic growth. So it can empower our communities by preserving and promoting traditional crafts. Because poverty, all those things we can remove only, preserving our traditional crafts. And the sustainable use of natural resources, creating economic opportunities for local artisans and communities, which can generate a stable source of income and promote sustainable economic growth. In this regard, on the 17th September, our Honorable PM, he inaugurated that Vishwakarma program. The program is mainly to support artisans and craftsmen. Any craftsman or artisan in traditional culture, they identify, they will be getting assistance from the banks. Loan will be given to the young people who are making traditional crafts. So they will be getting a loan, 2 to 3 lakhs, and they have to register. The guidelines are there. So the banks will give you loan without any collateral, and they will be giving 15,000 for buying their modern equipments also. So these facilities we can tell the artisans who are proficient in their skill, they can make use of this scheme, PM Vishwakarma scheme. 18 skills are there. Traditional handicrafts artisans also can benefit. Then it can increase cultural understanding, dialogue and cooperation and strengthen the communities today under traditional systems. SDGs 16, peace, justice and strong institutions. How to create a strong institutions? Through our cultural foundation only. As we engage in this journey to embrace and learn from each other cultures, we are forging a path towards better and more sustainable, peaceful and harmonious and inclusive future for all addressing in the SDGs. While the SDGs are global, their achievement will depend on the fact how much we are able to translate them into reality in our communities and societies. I am happy to say that Nagaland is actively working towards achieving the SDGs through SDG coordination. We have a center, SDG coordination center in our planning department. With the support from NITI Aayog and the UNDP, as well as implementing line department, district administration and communities within the state. Our state, we are taking various initiatives to localize the SDGs across the state, focusing on capacity building and aligning the SDGs to the priorities of the state. Some of the key tasks undertaken by our coordination center is various state and district level SDGs related capacity building workshops and consultations have been carried out for streamlining and effective implementation. And we have SDG monitoring frameworks. State and district indicator frameworks have also been developed. And we prepared Nagaland SDG Vision Statement 2030, a book has been published. And various SDG knowledge documents, training, toolkits, published materials, including videos and awareness are developed for localizing SDGs. SDG dissemination through various platforms like All India Radio, Nagaland Community Radio, Hornbill Festival, painting and various competitions. And the SDG innovation program for fast tracking the achievement of the priority SDGs. These are all some of the activities undertaken by the coordination center. And the state government, we are developing a SDGs in Nagaland website is being developed. And all the information relating to SDG activities will be posted in the website. And we are also preparing a SDG dashboard. Very soon the dashboard and the website will be inaugurated. For any SDG related support, we will request the participation of all the young people who are requested to reach out to our coordination center. We have a SDG cell also in the planning department. You can give your suggestions. Once the website or the dashboard is inaugurated, you can find the information on SDG goals in the state. We'll update the district level indicators, all will be updated regularly. So these are the few things relating to SDG and culture. I just want to highlight to the participants here. So I think this program, it is a very very helpful, I think, for the youngsters. You can learn a lot from our seniors, our mothers, and the resource person like Dr. Mali. And I think you will be listening to the professors from Nagaland University. So they will be discussing about linguistic insights in our origin. And these are all very important topics, I think. It will be very enriching our young people, our young minds. So listen to them. I think it will be very helpful for your future. How to develop your goal or how to develop your path. This seminar, I think it will guide you. So with these few words, I thank Keto and your organization for inviting me and giving me a chance.
Nagaland TV, Sob Manulaga Awas. Watch us live on Geo TV and on your television sets as well. For Dimapur viewers, we are on channel number 994 in Global Chapter, and Kohima and Mokokchung viewers, switch to channel number 138 on Hornbill Digital. For all news and updates, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter.